morning of December 14, 2013, 20-year-old Adam Lanza killed his mom. He took 3 guns from his house and went to Sandy Hook Elementary School and shot an entrance into the school. The school principal, school psychologist, and vice principal heard loud pops and went out to investigate. Only the vice principal came back alive. The gunman moved to 2 classrooms of kindergartners and first graders. In one classroom, he shot all 14 students. In the other, the teacher and 6 students were killed. The gunman took his own life as law enforcement approached. In all, Lanza killed 20 students aged 6 to 7, and 6 adults were also killed.
There were many conditions that led to the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. For example, Adam Lanza played many violent video games and showed strange qualities, such as the fact that he blacked out his windows with trash bags, he wouldn't let his mom in his room, and he had a gun closet in there. Also, he was diagnosed with Asperger's, which is considered a functioning form of autism that leads to difficulty interacting socially, repeat behaviors, and a lack of empathy. There were 4 previous shootings that were connected to the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, such as the Tucson, Arizona shooting, which killed United States Representative Gabrielle Gilbert and 18 others that were shot during a meeting held in the supermarket parking lot, where 6 died. The Aurora Theater shooting in July of 2012, where 12 were killed and 70 were injured in the screening of The Dark Knight. The Oak Creek shooting at a Sikh temple in August 2012 that wounded 6, and then the killer shot himself after. And the shooter was a white supremacist and Army veteran. And then the last shooting was in Fort Hood in November 2009, where a U.S. Army major and psychologist shot 13 and injured 30 and has been called a terrorist. Responses connected to the Sandy Hook shooting were that the president of the National Rifle Association called for armed guards to be placed at national schools, and other defenders of gun ownership called for legislation regarding the mentally ill, making it easier to have disturbed individuals committed to mental institutions. 10 gun control bills calling for plans close to the NRA, calling for the removal of gun-free school zones, and the remaining 8 bills were more restrictive and tougher laws for those who sell or want to own firearms, such as restrictions including background checks for every gun purchase and gun shop employees requiring owners to report if a gun is lost or stolen, and also social media responses such as trending topics on Twitter.
After the hysteria of the gun control died down, there were many opinions on the lessons learned. Many people believe that gun control could have prevented incidents like this, but others think that there is nothing that we could have done. Adam Lanza already had a mental condition, and he was already a criminal before the incident.
This begs the question, was this hysteria warranted?
What are your views on the Sandy Hook incident and the gun control debate that followed?
I think gun control should be regulated to a certain extent, and they should keep guns away from people that aren't mentally stable to keep this from happening again. But I don't think that, in general, it should be regulated so that it's harder for everybody to get it.
Thank you for your response. And you?
I agree. I think there should be stricter gun control laws so we can prevent this from happening.
If Lanza had not committed suicide, would his mental illness have excused his actions? In many cases, mental illness has. This causes controversy because sometimes it's hard to determine first whether or not a person has a mental illness and or if the criminal is only using the illness as an excuse to get out of the crime. This connects to the Salem witch trials and the book The Crucible by Arthur Miller, where people would claim to be witches to avoid death.